What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Formula Turismo. In today's episode, we are going to the Japanese Grand Prix. Let's hope for redemption. Our first lap in Q2. Let's see what we can do. Nice! Very good. Wow. They certainly do turn it up in Q2. Either way, we're through, and that's the best part. Well, that's the most important part. Now for the big challenge. Time for Q3. Our last run. Now or never. Q1 was, again, pretty boring. Came first. Nothing major. But the AI certainly do go faster in the later sessions. I must say though, I don't think we can get pole for this one, guys. I can't get anywhere near the 142s, let alone the 141s that Lewis has somehow been able to set. Neat little trick I discovered. If you're having wheel spin out of certain corners and you're struggling to keep it under control, just put the car into lean revs for that corner. It really helps with the wheel spin. Chancelling now. This race is going to be one of the hardest types of races of all. Dry qualifying, but wet weather for the race. Really does throw you off. Throws off all your prep, your practice. I'm not sure what the weather's going to be like, guys. What am I saying? I'm not sure how well we're going to do. But we never give up. We always try our hardest. That is the way of Formula One. I gave up my best, guys, I really did. Still 10th place for the Japanese Grand Prix. Still in the top 10. All we need to do is hold on to it, and we'll be golden. Let's go to the race. Here we are. Soaking wet weather at the Japanese Grand Prix, just like it was in real life. Lights out and away we go. That's a lot of wheel spin there. Let's see if we can try and keep things under control, and the blur effect in this game is absolutely insane. I could get a slowly sneak up the inside. We are now up into P7. Excellent. Into the points positions. But yeah, this type of race is the most challenging for me personally. Dry qualifying, wet race. I'm getting tongue-tied like mad. But yeah, because you just don't get any practice for these conditions. At least if qualifying was wet. While I probably would be slow, I'm not the best wet weather driver, at least you can practice for these conditions. But this is nothing. It's almost like being thrown in, well, it is being thrown into the deep end, pun intended. But for now, we're in P7. Let's do our best to hold on to it. One thing I will say though, is it just me, or does this game seem to look better in the wet than it does in the dry? I know the graphics, they're not bad, but the graphics of this game weren't as good as 2013. But looking at this game in wet weather conditions, I think that's where this game honestly truly does shine. I think it looks better in the wet than it does in the dry. Like looking at that opening cutscene, it genuinely looked brilliant in the wet. I will stand by that. In the wet, this game does look pretty amazing. And that is certainly not amazing driving. Thank goodness for the tarmac runoff. Thankfully, Magnussen is down in P13, so we are doing well. And that's the most important thing right now. Obviously doing well is good, but we need to make sure we beat Magnussen, because I want to be in that McLaren next year. Because they are the guys I want to win the title with. Yep, you heard that right. That's my goal on this game, to win the championship with McLaren. They're my favourite team. I've always loved McLaren, and in all honesty, I think this is probably the last game in which you could realistically win the title with McLaren in. At least on the hardest difficulty. I mean, sure, I guess you could do it on the later games like 2015 with McLaren Honda, but you would have to heavily nerf the AI. You'd have to put it on like the lowest difficulty in order to do that. Actually, you know what? Let me know in the comments below, guys. Would you be interested in maybe seeing that on this channel someday? Maybe like doing a one-year challenge. Can you win the title in the worst team on the lowest difficulty? Let me know if you'd be interested to see that. No DRS, understandably so. That's not what I need right now, Andy. Right now, I need the lean revs to help calm this tail-happy back end. But yeah, that's one trick I actually learned during practice sessions. If you're getting wheel spin, just put the car into lean revs. It really helps calm that crazy back end that these 2014 cars have. And of course, the top six have just blitzed into the distance. We are never going to catch up to them. But that's fine, we don't need to. We've got a solid points position here in P7. We just got to make sure that we can hang on to it. Oh, is that a lunge I detect there, Kimmy? See, thanks for the lean revs, we can get better exits off the corners than the AI can. Ooh, Magnussen's up into 10th. He seems to be on a bit of a charge. That's undesirable, but as long as we stay ahead of him, that's still okay. But Magnussen does appear to be catching up. Raikkonen is still all over us. But for now, we are keeping him at bay, and that's what I want. I'm actually quite happy with Raikkonen being there, because so far, despite being in a Ferrari, he hasn't put up any major challenges to us, and that's good. What I don't want is another car with a good engine. like Magnussen. I don't want Magnussen getting right behind me, because if he gets behind me, I'm in trouble, especially on the straights. I know Ferrari, they're not bad in a straight line, but at least in real life they do have the weakest engine this year. Of course, Mercedes had the strongest, and if Magnussen gets behind me in that McLaren Mercedes, I could be in trouble. But with Raikkonen behind me, so far at least, things are looking good. Andy, you are just annoying me. I know what I'm doing with the fuel. Copy that, I will do. Reminds me of Malaysia, my second episode ever, when I forgot my pit entry and then had to stack stop with Kobayashi. Yeah, that's certainly that was not a fun race. I was about to say, theoretically, do we even have to pit stop? I mean, according to the tyre rules, we actually don't need to pit stop. You could theoretically no stop the race in this game. You could just do one wets to the end, which tempting to do, but sadly on this game the tyre wear is scripted, so even if you are, I generally don't like to conserve tyres, I like to try and use them up. So maybe if you're a genius at this game you could try and no stop wet races, but I don't think it's worth it given how scripted the tyre wear is. You'll be sliding around every which way to Sunday. Still would be an interesting challenge to try and see if you can no stop a wet race in this game. Here we go, into the pit lane. No. Are you kidding me? Are you flipping kidding me? This is F1 2014, not F1 2010. Come on here. Well, guys, I think that there, our blooming pit crew may have screwed us over. I do not know if we can recover from that. I'll do my absolute best, but I'm not promising anything. Okay, we've got a few places back, thanks to the pit lane, but that screwed us over big time. Lap 9. I hate to say it, guys, I don't think I can catch them. I'm trying my absolute best, I really am, but our pit crew screwed us over today. There isn't really much else to say. I'm trying my best, I really am, but these cars, this game, wet weather, I just can't do it. Can someone please just retire in this race or spin out? See some action, anything? Not for me, for my dear fans. Andy, I want you to give the pit crew a message. Tell them they're all useless fat slobs that need to be fired. That's what they are. Well, this is it, guys. Final lap of the race. I'm afraid this one is, well, another disappointment. Although this time it was not our fault. We were let down by the pit crew. That's what happened this time, guys. They decided to turn a 3-second stop into a 9-second stop. And that is what cost us, and there's just no way you can really predict that. I mean, maybe in the future I'll change the strategy beforehand, but I don't know. Was the optimal pit strategy? We had plenty of space. They should have let us through, and they didn't. They let us down. Lewis wins, as he so often does. It's over. Magnussen finishes in 8th. That's undesirable. So he'll gain an advantage on us there. So he gains 4 points on us. That's not too much. We're still in the lead. But that's certainly not what we want. Still beat our teammate though. There's the order. Drivers' Championship. Lewis has closed the gap to Nico. Nico is still leading. We are still in P9. Magnussen has now moved up to 43 points. So, thankfully, we still have a good lead over him. So, I think we will be okay, provided he doesn't get any podiums or anything like that. But, yeah, just... what can I say? Pit crew let us down, that's all. Nothing else to say, really. They let us down. And there's the constructors. Andy, what are you talking about? It wasn't my fault. They were the ones that kept me there for 9 seconds. Get those pit crew out of here. You should be moaning at them, not me. Ooh, what's this? Contract offers. From Toro Rosso. Interesting. That could be worth considering. I mean, I know I want to go to McLaren, and if we beat the rivals, if we beat Magnussen as a rival, we should be able to go there. That's interesting. I'm going to keep that in the background and see what happens. I think that could be our backup option. Yeah, if we can't beat McLaren, we'll accept Toro Rosso. That's still a step up from Sauber. That's not a bad offer to have. Plus, theoretically, it could mean maybe even a gateway to Red Bull. And if we could get into Red Bull, then wow. Okay. The plot thickens. Marussia, yeah, don't want you. Well, that does it for today's video. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the race. And let me know in the comments below what you think of the option from Toro Rosso. I will see you all in the next episode where we go to the Russian Grand Prix. Let's hope for greener pastures there. See you guys in the next one. Goodbye.